My GG Waganje.
Yes, we are back. 2Gs in the pod, your mom's favorite duo, back in the studio again. What you saying, Andy?
I'm good, bro. I'm really good. How are you?
Chilling. I'm good, man.
Chilling, feeling.
Obviously tripping.
So today we've got a really exciting episode for you. We've got quite a few guests today. Studio's packed out right now. So should we do like drum roll thing? We really need to get sound effects. We need to get like
we do.
You know, like
We're working on it, man.
Yeah,
it's a podcast on a budget right now.
For real, bro. For real. But yeah, so we're joined by Def Jeff and the guys from 8-7.
Yo, what's good, man?
So yeah, how are you guys?
Yeah, we're good,
How's everything going?
We're happy,
Thank you.
Cool. So for those of you who've been like paying attention to what we're doing, we actually linked up with 8-7 not too long ago. When was it that we recorded our March time? Right?
Yeah, it came about March.
Yeah. So we did an interview for their YouTube channel in March, just talking about 2Gs and stuff, and so we're kind of returning the favor here. And yeah, like it was fun doing that thing, man.
It was
good,
hilarious.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it
so
was.
what are you guys saying, man?
Yeah, we're good, man. I mean, we're still waiting to hear from Georgia Smith.
Still waiting to hear. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? Yeah, I was thinking because she did a meet and greet today or something. I was thinking, should we just pull up on the meet and greet? Wagwan, you've been airing my DMs for a while now. But I thought, nah, let's leave him. Don't want to be that guy.
Congrats to her though.
Oh yeah. Did you guys listen to her album?
Yeah, no, I haven't as of yet. You have.
What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I was into it during the shower this morning. It was beautiful. And last night.
Why in the shower?
Because I think, you know what, like when new music comes out, you need to give it the right space to enjoy
So you
it.
still in the shower?
Yeah.
Shower's the right space.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
No,
man. It was beautiful.
The shower's
is a good
yeah.
place to
It's
listen to
intense.
music.
Oh, no, I just have to double check, you know.
But yeah, I like that album.
I like
really
the
did.
album as well.
It was very teenage girly, but like
She is a teenage girl though.
yeah.
To be fair.
But I was like basically it sounded as if like a fuckboy had just finished messing her around, and then she was like, let me write an album.
Did it have that Taylor Swift vibe to it?
No, not as bad.
No,
not as bad as that.
I just had to ask, innit?
Nah, it wasn't as bad as that.
No,
Like,
it's a
it
good
was
album,
really
man.
good actually. Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
I'll definitely check it out.
She's rapping as well on one of the tracks.
Oh, thank God it
She got bars, you know.
She's kind of got bars.
Yeah,
Oh,
low-key.
I actually think I heard that. I think I heard that one.
Yeah.
She was
Fire.
It was.
she was doing like a Lauryn Hill thing, you know, when you rap and sing as well.
Ah.
I rate that track a lot. That one. I think that's Lifeboats
Lifeboats
freestyle.
freestyle, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So what's going on with 8-7, guys?
So we got a lot coming, like as a group and individually. We started out in a podcast as well, discussing like up and coming talents and stuff. Just to follow on from what we do with our interviews.
Do you wanna go into more like detail as to like, firstly like what 8-7 is firstly, and then also like what it is that you firstly what you do and then what you're aiming to get to achieve with 8-7.
Yeah, cool. So 87.co is basically it started because we saw people that deserved an opportunity not make it due to whatever politics or just lack of platform or whatever. So we birthed 87.co, which is basically a space for you to tell your story as a creative or as a sportsman or whatever, as an up and coming talent. And then we just thought, we go for YouTube, because we just record our interviews and put it on YouTube. We have the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter handles, and the aim for it is to keep it to its core. So anything we do needs to come off that story aspect. So it doesn't matter like what we do, podcast or whatever. If it's not about the up and coming talent, or that's not the main focus, then there's no point in us doing it, to be honest.
I get you. That's good, man. That's good. So what's going on with it now? In terms of, you said you just started a podcast.
Yeah, so we started a podcast that like allows us to sort of continue in that path, whilst also giving us some freedom to discuss other topics as well. But I aim to keep it purely to that. So we'll discuss like how an industry's change and how it affects the up and coming talent overall. So in music, for example, we'll talk about how like it may be harder. It may be easier to get like the platform to produce your music and release your music, but harder to get noticed due to how saturated it is, as an example.
That's very true, yeah.
So like stuff like that we'll use as a platform to talk about some stuff. So
That's definitely interesting as well, because like it's something I've definitely taken an interest in sort of how looking at, you see independent artists, like, because majority of people on the come up start off independent, and the way that they're leaning towards trying to stay independent, but then the difficulties that come with that, because obviously like you have to build sort of your brand without any major backing behind you,
and
at the
then
same
get
time.
the right team around you.
So yeah, and what kind of obstacles and hurdles you have to overcome with that. Yeah.
And you want to grow as well. So it's like, how do you grow without still keeping maintain your core fans as well, underground fans as well?
Yeah, exactly.
But once you start getting into the commercial side of it, you lose fans, because fans are gonna say you kind of sold out. Yeah,
that's a funny thing as well. That's an interesting one, because it's like you kind of have to look at it as like, what do you want to get out of the whatever like game you're in? Because it's like, are you trying to just appeal to this niche market of like your core original fans, or are you trying to blow and be performing stadiums like Adele or something who like appeals to such a wide range of people? There's no way you could say that Adele is trying to appeal to the same niche market that she was going for at the start. So that kind of thing.
But then you got to create enough content for your niche. Do you know what I mean? Like, you still have to create your niche and then grow it from there.
Because like, if you look at someone like Stormzy, look at the level he's blown to.
Yeah.
Somebody could argue that he's not appealing to like his core fans as he was at the start. But it's like, would you trade the sort of success that he's seen with his music for appealing to the people that were listening to his Wicked Skin Man freestyles on YouTube back in like 2013?
As an artist, you have to grow. You have to grow as an artist. So obviously, you're gonna make changes in your career. The higher you go, the more changes you're gonna make to make yourself a better artist. So who doesn't like it doesn't like it.
But I guess it comes down to how you stay
relevant,
longevity though,
and staying true to like sort of your creativity and like your art.
Yeah, because like if you use Tiny Temper as an example, I don't listen to his tunes no more.
Yeah, it's true. I haven't listened to
So I
Tiny
mean,
Temper
because he went too far away from his base.
Yeah, I just started not rating him when he you see when he didn't reply to Chip.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, but to be quite honest though, he was never gonna win that war.
Beef is entertaining, man.
It was, but this one was entertaining because it was just a massacre.
Yeah.
he just went in. He just went in.
Chip don't run out of bars, man.
But with reference to that, like, he also did release a mixtape called Junk Food where he was actually he was going in.
Yeah, but he lost credibility.
No, but Junk Food is a decent mixtape.
Well, you think he lost credibility because of the diss tracks?
Yeah, because he did
before that.
I mean, what made it worse is that Youngin then tried to defend his battle and he lost too. So like, so it's just there. Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. My youngest Nando's got two. I just remember that, man. I remember that. That was
man like Chip made Peri Peris.
People just need to not beef with Chip. Like, he has too many bars.
Nah, because to argue that Bugsy came out well from his beef with Chip.
Did he?
Not from his beef with Chip, really. Like, he has been successful since, but I don't think he used to. I don't think the beef really helped him.
But like,
in the end, like at the start, it did. Because he released his track and then there was no reply for ages.
Like
and he grew, like in that time. But then Chip came back for him quite hard, man.
Yeah, I know that was that. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. But I just feel like if you use the beef correctly, then you can always bounce back from it. Because as long as you've gone out and you've actually fought your corner, then,
it's true.
You get respect in the eyes of the fans. And you will grow your core base as a result of the fact that you had a battle. Because some people still think Bugsy won the battle, even though most of us know.
They're wrong. They're entitled to their opinion. But
I'm not denying they're all wrong. Yeah. But people still believe he won the battle, and as a result of those people, rightly or wrongly, believing he won the battle, he's got more fans now. So
true.
But with regards to the Tiny Temper versus Stormzy thing, I think
versus Stormzy.
Yeah, you were talking about.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think the difference is Stormzy kind of grew quite organically. Like it was more of a natural progression, like from making the grime songs to sort of bringing more like gospel elements into his music and stuff like that. Yeah. Whereas Tiny Temper just switched up.
Wifey rhythm to pass out.
Yeah, pass out was a tune, but like just completely changed his style. So you can kind of tell when someone's doing it like they've just gone completely away from their core fan base, really.
His first album was not bad though. That
Tiny
Pass Out
Temple?
album. That was
Oh,
a good
that one,
album.
yeah,
That was a
yeah,
good
It has some,
album.
it has some bangers on it. It did.
I feel weird about that Pass Out tune because that song was on Flavor for like 3 months before it hit number 1. Like
So-
it was on there for ages, and
But
then
that happened,
one day it just hit number 1, and it was like, oh, Pass Out, and it was on there for ages.
I just remember people at school would be like, I've been Southampton, but I've never been to Scotland.
Yeah.
There girls saying that, and I was like, is that even a bar? Like, because I remember people were like, yeah, I ain't been to Scunthorpe either, and I'm like, anyway,
Who has? Who plans a trip to Scunthorpe?
yeah. So real quick before we proceed any further, so the sort of theme of today's episode, we're trying to throw it back UK classics and stuff. I think recently we haven't been giving the UK enough love. It's been a bit of an afterthought because there's been so much happening in America.
A lot has happened in the US
with
recently.
what was it? This Is America, Kanye, Pusha T, and Drake, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
we thought, especially with Channel AKA and Channel U, announcing that they're no longer going to be operating, we thought it would be good to, throw it back, get those tunes from the Channel U days, Channel AKA days. So should we get into a track?
Yeah, man.
Not gonna lie, that Craig David track is a banger.
Alright, so here's 7 Days by Craig David.
Yeah, yeah, my GG wagon, yeah.
Yeah, so that was 7 Days, Craig David. It's a banger, innit?
Banger.
And
Such a tune.
I clocked you. I did a shit job at introducing everyone. So I'm gonna go around properly this time, yeah. So we're with Jeff.
Cool. What's up? What's good? What's happening? It's Def Jeff.
And Jeff, do you want to sort of, because you're not directly involved with 8-7, so do you want to sort of give more of a background about what you
Yeah,
do
sure.
and stuff?
So, wow. I have to think about it. Def Jeff kind of started as because I've always been passionate about music in general and hip hop and stuff. So, a lot of people that I knew were starting like podcasts and they were starting YouTube channels and just discussing hip hop, and I was like, that's a really good idea. I know loads of people that would want to talk about it, so I decided to just start I started a YouTube channel first and started promoting it on Instagram, and then Instagram took off more than YouTube did, and then YouTube became something else. So basically, I just love to talk about music and hip hop, and that's just what I do.
Don't deny the fact that you've released music.
Oh yeah, I do a little rap on the side, but I don't want to plug myself like that. So, no, yeah, I do also make music with my bros, but
Oh, what, like, is it like a group or something?
it sort of.
Discuss the history, bro.
Alright, that means you're getting ruined.
Coaxing it out of him.
Alright, so basically, when we were like, I want to say
Early teens, make you say.
yeah,
early teens.
like real young. Me and just like a group of my friends, there's like 6 of us, and Daniel's one of them. To make it clear.
Oh, so Daniel, you were rapping as well?
Oh yeah, it was
a few bars.
So like,
You hid this from us, bro. You hid it from us, bro.
Hidden talent.
so like when we were younger, we had this I had an idea of like a collective, because like we were always together. And then and I used to rap. I rapped first, so I started on grime, and then I switched to hip hop. When I switched to hip hop, it was like everyone kind of was like, "Oh, that's cool. Let's get involved. Let's just have fun and see what we can do with it." And so we had 2 collectives. The second collective got ruined by someone. I'm not going to mention his name, but
we don't speak names.
it got ruined.
It's not going to get political today,
and-
man.
I'm keeping the peace with it.
And yeah, so that collective kind of stayed around, and it was just made up of like our closest friends. And it's kind of evolved since then, because everyone kind of does different things, but the collective is still there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, I think in the group there's 3 of us that are still rapping, and then there's 3 others who do different things, like
Okay.
obviously Daniel with 8-7 and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But yeah, the collective is called Canvas, but it's not really taken off yet. We haven't really put in the work, because
I get you.
everyone's sort of in uni and stuff. But yeah, so
I
I
think
do
it's
still
gonna
make
be the
music
first time
and
we're
stuff.
together in like years.
Yeah, like we
So-
don't even get a chance to be together, so everyone's kind of doing their own thing.
Them ones, man.
But yeah,
That's cool, man. That's cool. You were saying earlier about how, so you started off rapping and stuff, and then you said with mumble rap, it kind of
Yeah, because like I'm like a lyrical rapper. Like I'm someone who really cares about sort of like the placement of words and the flows and things. So when I rap, I go into it like saying like whoever the best is, I'm going for their neck kind of thing. Whereas like I noticed over the years this mumble rap thing started taking off, and it kind of just became. Yeah, I'm not knocking it and people having fun and stuff, but it's like the craft has changed and what people want to hear has changed. So I kind of like it was just I took a back seat.
That's interesting because I always thought that the mumble rap thing more affected American rappers. Like over here, I felt like people still cared about bars to an extent, or like I felt like because mumble rap, there's not really UK mumble rappers, so I thought it wouldn't have had such a direct impact over here.
That's true, but the biggest effect that it had was it changed the flows. Everyone's rapping way quicker, and the beats are faster. So, and I can do that, but I prefer to actually give you a picture and a story and stuff like that.
Fair. That's cool, man. That's cool. What were we talking about before?
We were introducing people.
Oh,
Because you just introduced Jeff, and like you actually introduced Jeff before.
Oh, did I?
Whose name you mentioned
I'm
before.
terrible at this. You take over with the intros. I'm terrible at this.
You do this.
Alright, so we've also got Daniel. We've heard a lot from Daniel, right?
Yeah, I've spoken quite a bit actually.
But do you want to give like a quick intro of anything?
So my name's Daniel. That's about it, to be honest.
Swear down.
No, I joke. I guess I do my personal YouTube, a.m.u.i, which is basically my surname. But I just thought I'd represent the surname a bit. So I do that. I do vlogging and then done a freestyle frenzy with this guy and my
Which
other
we
mate.
need to do another one of.
Yeah, mate, that was funny. So I do that, and then with 8-7 as well. Yeah, got a few personal stuff.
Were you freestyling as well?
A little bit.
See a whole new side to Daniel. I know this since I was like 7, and this is all new to me.
Yeah, there was a period of time when like music was everything.
So, okay.
I'm planning to try and get Daniel back in the booth. I'm gonna work on that.
Oh wait,
Bro, you can spit at 16 right now if you want.
nah, because if it goes wrong, it's the podcast over.
Man comes kills teachers.
We can edit it out.
Sure, I can edit out. No problem. We've also got Craig. What you saying, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
He's the founding father of 8-7.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. So the story goes, I think he had the idea for years, and then I dropped my first video on my personal channel, and then we had a chat, and like in Starbucks for like 2 hours, and that's how it all came about. And then we met. We discussed it with Clive, and we birthed 8-7 from there, and then we just started doing interviews like the month after. So.
Okay, so right now Clive is busy recording away, but if you want to jump on the mic real quick and quick intro for yourself.
What's good, people? My name's Clive.
So yeah, he's definitely behind the scenes.
I want to keep it that way.
But yeah, did you man listen to Kanye and Kid Cudi's?
I know it came out very recently. I haven't heard it as of yet. I'm hoping it's better than his album.
Okay, yeah. So,
But we got boycotters in the studio, right? Like you said, you don't want to hear Kanye.
I've heard his album. I'm not denying I've heard his album. I had to listen to it. You know, when you talk a lot of crap on Twitter, you need to like have it. You need to listen to what comes out. And my thought is he'll get #1 off the album.
He did.
Yeah. Because I was saying it on like he's gonna get #1 because of all that he's talked. Like he's gonna get away with getting #1 because you're gonna want to listen to it.
To be honest, in a week, like if no one else is dropping that week, Kanye's probably gonna go #1, regardless of like what he said or anything.
Yeah, he didn't sell that much compared to what he used to do.
Well, he came 4th behind J. Cole, Post Malone, and Cardi B this year.
Yeah, but if you think about old that's
old
kind of
Kanye
bad for
was-
Kanye.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Like he came behind J. Cole. Who was it again?
Cardi B and Post.
Like you would expect
He should beat
in days
Post.
gone by, you'd expect him to beat all of them. In
Nah,
terms
Post
of
is #1, you know.
I know Post #1, but in like if you talk about like order in terms of Kanye's legacy, he should always be Post.
I get you, but Post like he just runs streaming. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
crazy.
he's
You know, Rockstar's Congratulations is 8 times platinum.
Wow.
He went 8 times today. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, and I saw something say like, "Congratulations are in order." I was like, "That's a shit joke." But yeah, like I saw it and I was like, "This guy just runs streaming. Like people just stream."
He's figured it
tunes.
out.
Yeah,
He's figured it out.
because Rockstar, like, I kind of get annoyed by the tune now because it was played so much. But like, it's kind of testament to how much he runs streaming. Like, I couldn't get away from hearing that song.
I still listen to it once in a while. That's in my head now. Actually,
I mean, it's one of the.
It's like
I think it's one of the
yeah.
standouts from his album when
Yeah.
it dropped in.
Yeah.
April.
Did you guys know that Joey wrote that song?
Oh yeah, Joey
wrote that
Badass.
song,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's
Really?
amazing.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Yeah,
Joey
no.
Badass is sick too, man. He's one of my favorites, to be honest.
Mm.
Obviously, everyone's favorite. What was that?
No, he's
Definitely one of
top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10
Top 10 currently?
currently. Yeah. Top 10
Nah,
big statement.
the all-time list is a very different list.
Okay.
Very different.
Top 10 currently.
I
Okay.
probably don't even know my top 10 all time.
Oh yeah, mine changes all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Is that 9-10 slot though? The rest of it's the same.
I've got my like favorites, personal favorites, but then
Mm.
to argue for them to all be in the top 10 would be quite difficult.
Who are your personal favorites
My
then?
personal. So Kendrick,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, and Eminem are my 4 favorite like rappers.
Mm.
I can't.
But I couldn't put them all. Like I couldn't say they're top like 1 to 4 kind of thing.
No, I
So,
understand that. Yeah.
Jay needs to be in there, man.
No, as in like, listen, I know Jay Z. I know Jay Z is up there. I'm just saying like he's not one of my personal favorites. If I go like favorite kind of thing, but I can see he's like one of the top rappers.
But it's,
Yeah,
like, it's different eras. Everyone's got their own era. If you're born in a certain age group, you say from your era, I like that's artist, rather than from someone else's era, like that's artist. So
Yeah.
it kind of comes different.
That's true.
Kind of thing.
I'm surprised Snoop's not in there though.
In my Snoop is funny one because I always say he's one of the legends that's like underrated in terms of like people don't give him enough credit
Yeah.
for what he's done. But then having said that, I just didn't give him enough credit because he's not in mine either. So.
I don't think he would be top 10 though, Snoop. I don't have my top 10,
There's an,
but like, I
there's an
don't think he
argument
would,
for
he
it,
would
but
fall
yeah,
in my
I
top
don't
10.
think he would ever. But there's an argument for it.
But
Top
I
15.
yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
When he wants to, he can still release a banger when he wants to. I mean,
Did he release that album? That was it like a 42-track gospel album or
yeah,
something?
he
I
did.
never
I
listened to
haven't
it.
heard it, but he definitely released.
I heard there was one tune that was like proper live. But I haven't actually listened to
I
it.
haven't listened to it. It's like 40 tracks, man. That's a lot of tracks to go through. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I want to hear gospel from Snoop though.
No, neither do I.
I like you, man.
Neither do I, man.
I leave it to Kirk Franklin. Leave it to the professionals.
We've been talking about smoking in the
Yeah.
smoking with the pastor or something.
Did you see his documentary Reincarnated a few years ago?
Yeah, I watched that.
He had a documentary on Netflix called Reincarnated.
Whoa.
Oh, that's when he dropped the reggae album.
When he went to
Oh, the
Jamaica.
Snoop Lion thing.
Yeah, that was funny, man. If you haven't watched it, you just need to laugh for an hour.
I know. I might need to watch that then.
But yeah.
It's funny, yeah, because we said that we'd be talking about UK stuff. We're talking about American artists. So yeah, from this UK,
But the Channel U and stuff.
yeah, from the Channel U days, yeah. I'm thinking from back then, yeah. I was a proper end-up stan when I think
Oh,
back.
same.
I used
same.
to love when Daffy would come in with it, you know, the nah,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That was
I would
hard,
get
man. That
so
was hard.
gassed
yeah.
over that, man. Yeah, and in terms of
I just like the format, man.
the
When
format
you
that-
could call in and you could decide what was next to play.
you know what, yeah, they messed up by not moving to like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. They
like
missed
they
that.
let stuff like SBTV, Link Up
Yeah.
TV, all of that sort of kill them.
Mm.
Which is a shame because there's so many like I guess low key UK talent that was discovered through Channel U and that kind of stuff. That and I know that that like if you're an up and coming UK rapper, you're not going to be going to Channel U these days. But like if they had been able to sort of I guess diversify and be able to use their platform to promote UK talent in a different way,
Yeah.
that was more accessible to this new generation, then it could have like been an avenue for a lot more up and coming UK talent and stuff like
Of
that.
course.
But yeah.
I think that's frustrating as well because like that 2010, 2011 era, every person who took YouTube seriously at that point is big now
Yeah.
because they caught it before it got saturated
Mm.
and before all the dynamics of YouTube and stuff changed. So if they'd taken advantage of it there and then, they would probably be the biggest.
I mean, they'd literally be like Link Up TV is now.
Yeah.
Because like, if you're trying to find UK rap right now, you're in either Grime Daily or Link Up TV.
Link Up TV,
That's
yeah.
true.
So,
SBTV kind of fell off.
it did for a bit. I think it's because Jamal got his OBE. And
Yeah,
then he was like,
it's falling
I'm
back.
cool-
now.
I'm cool with this.
I
I'm cool
made
with
my
this,
money.
man. I made it, man.
The with that said, like obviously channel. I'm not gonna call it channel, aka that's
That was part one of the downfall. Though.
yeah, exactly.
What, when they changed the name?
Absolutely.
It's all down here from here.
But like with Channel U, like it was obviously like the original jumping off point for a whole bunch of artists. Like it birthed so many grime legends who don't exist outside of Channel U. Like for example, looking at this playlist, Mr. Wong. Like most people today won't even know who he was. But like as you were saying, like about them like switching and going online at the time, like 2010, 2011, when YouTube was getting big, a lot of artists, grime artists in the UK, were trying to sound American. So
That is true.
it wouldn't have blown the same way, because the whole reason that SBTV, in my opinion, it got big was because it was a return to grime.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like everyone was kind of trying to do American thing. So
Everyone's
I
chasing
mean,
that.
I get you, but to debate you, because why not? Like, I guess so. Like, even if you hadn't then once an American, etc. Yeah, it was such an early era of YouTube where it wasn't about getting big, it was just about your content. So like, if as long as you were consistent, because there's a lot of content on YouTube now. Like, it's just, But because they started so early, you just built the fan base. Because
It's true, because there's a lot of trash videos.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like that, and the YouTubers are huge, but they got huge because they started early.
But it takes someone of a certain mindset, I think, to do that. Like, Jamal, how old would he have been when he started SBTV?
So he's 17.
Like,
17,
he
18,
would have been on the post of YouTube is the thing now. Whereas I don't know if the people at Channel U were really thinking like that.
that's
So I don't know. That might have been.
I mean, guess that was the issue because then TV was still booming at that point.
Yeah.
We still would go home and be glued to our TVs. Like now you're not always gonna be glued to your TV like that.
No one watches
You
TV.
can watch it online.
YouTube are starting a TV channel, right? Like,
Yeah.
YouTube TV is coming.
They're bringing a paid service to the UK actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Get in the bag.
Oh yeah. See, from this sort of Channel U area, what's your like favorite rappers from that?
Kano, Dizzy Rascal.
There wasn't didn't Dizzy get really big before he had to rely on Channel U that much? There wasn't his first album like 03 or
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember him being like. I wasn't going to Channel U to check for Dizzy.
Nah,
'cause
he
like,
really
established.
popped by that point. He was big by that point.
But I guess we could sort of open up and just be like grime and like UK rap legends then. I guess because then you could definitely say like Dizzy outside of Channel U,
Dizzy's
Channel
there.
UK,
Kano's there.
Kano's there.
I mean, for me,
Gets,
Wiley, Jamie,
Skepta, Chip.
Tinchy. I have to say Tinchy.
I know why I'm
I have to say Tinchy.
I know why I'm laughing because I used to really love Tinchy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like for a stretch, Tinchy was untouchable.
Lethal B.
For a stretch.
Lethal B, absolutely.
The funny thing about Tinchy, yeah, or you say D double?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The funny thing about Tinchy is like the only time I ever see him now is him taking pictures in the United the box at Old Trafford.
Oh yeah.
Like other than that, I don't hear or see anything from the guy.
Because that he tried to come back and he flopped. That's what happened.
did he?
Yeah,
He had a song with President T though.
and JME.
And Jamie.
And JME.
Well, as a comeback track or
Yeah. And
Really?
JME was the best on that track by far.
when was it?
2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
They recorded it in like a school gym. And then Tinchy was on, and the comments were like, "You skipped to 1:30. You skipped to 1:30."
No love for T.
Tinchy like that, man. I remember when he used to come to Ghana party in the park.
Oh yeah.
Them days. You guys were in Northwest, but you don't know.
Man, it was in Copto, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Funny times.
He would come out and he would come do like that. He did that one tune that he had with the Sugar Babes.
Oh,
Never leave you.
Is that what it was called?
Tinchy was funny. I mean, at one point he mastered the art, the single, because he used to do this thing for like 3 or 4 years where he come in the summer, release one single, top 10, and he's set for the year.
Piss off, you wouldn't hear anything from the
Do you
guy.
know what I
You
mean?
see him.
And eventually it was gonna backfire because it was just a pop tune every summer, innit? And then eventually he just got sick of his pop tunes. You know, like
Yeah,
Mariah,
definitely,
like
yeah.
Mariah Carey and Christmas. Like we loved that song for 20 years, and eventually he stopped being number one.
Yeah, but it comes back every year though.
No,
It
It does come back every year,
yeah,
but
but
it's
it
getting
ain't-
tiring.
It's getting tiring. Like before, he used to come back and be
pays the bills,
number
doesn't
one or be top 10 guaranteed. Like
Yeah,
December
true.
hits, you can suddenly see it in the charts. But
That's
now
true.
everyone's just got out of it, got sick of it. So
That reminds me of when Stormzy was going for Christmas number one.
Oh,
And
that
he-
was,
If Stormzy had gone Christmas number one with Shut Up, do you know how gassed I would have been?
that would have been nice.
Big Black Santa, fam. Oh man. Yeah. Sorry. Who did we have? We had Skepta, D Double.
It's a long list.
It is a long.
You
list.
got Jammer on there.
Jammer's
Funnily
on.
enough, speaking of grime like legends, what does anyone know what happened to Criminal?
I don't know
What happened to him?
What
Yeah.
happened to him?
He's
He has some
behind
good
the
tunes as well.
Yeah, like-
somewhere. Like because I saw what's it? You know that the culture clash thing? I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
2016 one where it's like Eskimo dance that were representing the UK,
Mm.
and he's there, like kind of like just hyping up people. So he's about, but he's not releasing music currently.
Crazy.
But he was sick. He
That's the
was
same
sick,
thing,
man.
like, that was at that culture fest that Ice Kid came back as well.
Ice
Yeah, Ice
Kid
Kid
came
came
back.
back. Ice Kid
Yeah,
came back
yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he's just not releasing music, but
I think he still performs at the Eskimo dance, like you know the way they do Eskimo dance around the country, like all year round. Yeah. Because when I went to two of them. That I stopped going because it was mad violent. I was like, yo, I'm a small guy, man. I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to die out there, man. But I think he performed at a couple of them.
Criminal was hard, man. That It's a Lot tune is still a classic, man.
What's the most like, if you had to give like 5 classic grime tunes here? So say, imagine like someone just came to this country and they don't know anything about grime. They're like, oh, what's grime? And you had to give them 5 tunes to sort of describe what grime is.
Classics or current classics?
Yo, you know what? Should we
Temperature next
should
time.
we get into a song, yeah? And give us time to think about that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's a bit of a bad question.
I may need to have a
off the top of
little.
your head.
It starts with power and work our way down from there.
Power's
Power-
there.
Power for
The
that.
Temperature next hype song is there.
Got
Yeah,
P's and
yeah,
Q's.
yeah.
P's and Q's.
P's and Q's. Yeah. Should we get into a song?
There
and
must
then-
be a Dizzy song
Nah,
on there,
nah,
though.
nah.
Just a Rascal or
I love you.
I Love You.
Oh, let's get into a song. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
What should we get into? What should we get into?
Should we play I Love You?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Here's I Love You, Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah, yeah, my GG wagon, yeah.
So yeah, we were discussing off air like the top. So if we were to say like 5 tunes that define UK urban like culture, what would those be? Those top 5?
It's very hard,
It's very, very hard.
personally. Like 5 is not a big number.
Should we say 10? Actually, no, because if we just keep going, we'll get to 10 in 20, 20, 30, 40. And then after we'll just be naming tunes. Oh yeah, that shit was sick, you know.
Like I think, okay, so I think for me there's 3 that have to be there, which is Pow, Next Hype, and Talking the Hardest.
Yeah.
Like those
Yeah.
3 are just iconic UK tunes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a
if
bit-
they come on,
I'm a bit funny on Next Hype, you know, because I love the tune, yeah, but I don't know that everyone would agree that Next Hype would be.
a classic grime song. I think a lot of people would say that's like the definitive grime song.
Do you think so?
I think a lot of people, yeah,
'Cause of the
like the energy
Yeah.
that song portrays.
It's funny though, because I know people that haven't heard that tune, you know.
Really,
Yeah,
not grime fans.
yeah. They're not part of the culture. Oh yeah. Alright, so Next Hype. What did you say again? Sorry? Next Hype.
Next
Talking the
Hype
hardest Power.
And Pow, I would put. all
Because
three
if I were to say the definitive one, I would say Power
Yeah.
personally.
yeah, no, Power above Next Hype, Power above. But I would put Next Hype up there, and then Talking the
Talking the
Hardest
Hardest.
Yeah.
definitely is up there.
Then what else? You said.
Are we not putting
Ship,
Duppy in
Who
there?
Are You?
Sorry.
We're not putting Skepta Duppy in there.
Oh, P's and Q's.
P's and Q's.
Remind me of
Q's is a
Skepta Duffy?
classic.
I can't remember it.
Neither do I. I can't put I just thought I'd chuck something out there and see what happens.
Got P's and Q's.
I'd have to give an honourable mention to Still Sitting Here with Fecky
Oh.
and Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
That's a tune.
But it's a bit too recent.
Yeah.
Because I think if we're doing this, we have to go like classic.
But is it? Because it was on Kidulthood.
So, you mean Brotherhood?
Still sitting there was on
No,
Kiddo.
Kidulthood. It was on Kidulthood.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, the tune is
What
that
did it-
old?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you
It's
sure it's
the-
not sitting here? Because like, there was a Dizzy Rascal tune like originally, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that
guys
might
used
be
to
it.
Dizzy version.
Oh,
Dizzy
okay,
version.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, when you're running through the block.
But that was a banger as well.
I was about to say like, so Becky dropped one like classic and then just didn't. For like 5 years.
It was like, let me just show you for like 5 to 10 years. Just come back into the scene. Talking about kidulthood though, the streets. What is the song called? The Lights Are Blinding My Eyes, or whatever it's called. That is a classic tune. That was a banger, man.
Jamie Serious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Jamie Serious. I'll put that in there
Yeah.
because I'm a massive Jamie fan as well.
So
And that's one of my
so we've
favourite.
got a top 5. We need to now figure out like what sticks and what needs to leave.
Wait, so how many did we just say?
I think we said,
Well,
like-
more than 5.
I think
Alright,
we
we
said-
had the definite ones. We had
there's
we
more
had
that could be
Peasy-
added.
we had Peasy- no, sorry, not the definite. We had Talking the Hardest. We had
Pow.
Pow, and we had Next Hype.
Next time.
I'm gonna say Jamie Serious.
That's 4. If everyone agrees, that's 4.
I'll put that there, but I feel like that was kind of
Shit, Merkel.
when I was just like getting into grime. So
That's probably the tune that got me into grime.
I feel like I don't know if that's my personal bias for me picking that tune.
Oh no, I'm saying it's definite personal bias.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I don't care.
okay.
It's my listed.
It's my show.
So what's number 5?
Oh shit, 21 seconds.
You can't leave that one now. That's a classic.
Yeah, man.
No, that is a
Alright,
classic.
we might have to
That's
extend,
gotta
we
be
might
it.
have to extend this list to
Make it
10.
to the top 10 or something.
Yeah, we might need to extend the list.
You were saying 96 bars, isn't it?
96 bars of
Yeah.
revenge.
That's a bit more like low key though.
Yeah.
I don't. It didn't have the same.
Well, what'd you call it?
I mean, you can put it there. I'm just saying.
No, what'd you call it? Like the song?
Oh. Yeah, what'd you call it? It was a banger as well. That was a banger.
I don't know if I'd put that above. What's it called? Sidewinder? Is that what it's called?
Sidewinder is a beat, right?
What about
Yeah,
what
why
about
not?
Carla Rollover? Is it Rollover?
Roll with us.
Roll with us. That's a banger, you know. That was in kidulthood, I think. Or I don't know, one of the.
I feel like that's our criteria. Like, Kidulthood is one of them films. This is a classic film.
Adulthood, it's a classic. We said Black Boys before, like Bash.
Yeah,
that was a
Bashy.
banger. Yeah.
That was definitely up there.
So I think we're at 9.
We've got a
Chip,
lot
who
right
are
now.
you? Oh.
You said Chip, who are you? Innit?
It's a Merkel man as well.
Chip, who are you? Merkel man.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
Like-
a lot, man.
making this list.
So
There's a
hard,
lot.
so
I don't think we
hard.
can
So
do this.
we-
I don't think we can do
It's
this.
greater minds than us, man.
We've just gone past 10, so
Yeah, let's leave it at that. What about if we were to rank, like, so I mentioned the artists. Yeah, if we were to rank them, how would you rank, like, let's say the top 10
UK
grime
artists.
/ UK artists?
Again, that is so
That's
hard.
hard.
I don't know if I can put them in. No, I
Can't
don't
put
know.
it other order.
I can't
I'll
put,
put- I would put,
them
like-
in numerical order.
I would have a top 3. I mean, these aren't my personal 3, but, like, I think a top 3 that in general people could agree with is,
Yeah.
like, Skepta, Dizzy, and Wiley.
Yeah.
And then they're, like, in sort of like a hall of fame to themselves. And then after that, there's more debate about where everybody else could be. But would you put anyone into that top 3 ahead of
Jamie.
Skepta, Dizzy, or Wiley?
Jeremy's
See,
got
he's
it.
my
For
personal.
consistency.
He's my personal one, exactly, because he's like, he never left grime.
Ever.
Plus, plus
exactly.
he's chosen to not be as relevant as the other two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So you're putting him in above, like, you putting him in above in that top 3 though.
I mean,
Because I always like.
if we go on body of work, I don't know.
I,
I don't. The problem is, the argument is JM for me, and it sounds like blasphemous, but it's like Jamie versus Dizzy,
do you think?
because Dizzy's recent body of work,
You didn't like it.
Well, you didn't like Risk It?
I like
liked
it, but I just think JME's held
Hold on, wait,
himself.
did you like? You liked Risk It, yeah? Did you like Godfather and Godfather 2?
I did like Godfather and Godfather 2.
Okay, I haven't even listened to Godfather 2, but Godfather was just too loud for me. I remember because I was on my way to get a trivia and I put my headphones on. I was listening. I was like, this is just loud. Like, it was early. I was like, bro, like I can't listen to grime like I used to.
No, but that's for me. That's a debate. Like, whose body of work recently? Because if you look at it from the get go, like Dizzy, I always think Dizzy's first like big album was just untouchable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. But I think just off of the strength of that, he deserves to be in
Fair
that
enough,
top
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Classic albums.
I also feel like there's less and less like pure grime albums coming out these days.
That's true.
that's
So-
true.
Nobody really
More
wants to feel
commercialized
grime.
albums.
Yeah, they're
but-
more commercialized.
I mean,
they
I-
have grime elements,
Yeah.
but
I think personally, the way the UK scene is going, yeah. So, I think with the rise of this Afro swing thing, and so at first it was sick, and I still actually like quite a few of the Afro swing tunes, but it's becoming like a extremely saturated, watered
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
kind of thing
Yeah.
where
But what-
anybody comes, does a little melody, and with a Caribbean influenced beat, and they can blow off that.
But I think it's very interesting because what it seems to have done is push like urban culture into the position of pop culture.
Yes.
Like now, like the big tunes are coming from the urban side rather than like, I don't know, a Jessie J or something.
That's true.
Do you know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like it's been like that for a while. Not like I would say that the Afro swing has pushed it even further, but like for the last since like 2013,
It's
for the
been
last 5 years at least.
It's
I've
no,
been-
it's
I've been
been
hearing
growing,
Jessie J,
yeah.
I've
It's
been
been
hearing
growing.
Jessie J, and
But then
I've
you've
been
been
like
able
that
to
since
heard
like
Jessie J
but then-
since
but
like
then-
what 2011.
Yeah, no,
2012
Jessie
I
J
mean,
dropped
Jessie
off,
J
but like
will
I was just using her. as,
No,
like,
or
an
like no,
example.
but just like her as an example, or
hasn't
Rita
dropped off.
Ora, or like a
Has she not?
Little Mix.
Did you know she was
Like,
on a
okay.
Japanese? She was on a
She
Japanese
was in
X
China
Factor.
and she
Chinese
won.
X
She was
Factor,
the
yeah.
first international artist to sing on their like televised show, and she actually won. So,
One.
Wait.
like, as in like,
She
it's like
won.
a-
It was
like
like it was
best-
Chinese X Factor, mate.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
won it basically.
Yeah.
Jessie J went on the
Jessie
Chinese
J-
accent.
She's an established artist.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
That's not fair.
It's a really random thing, but she won it. so
They
She
got
wanted to
their own
build
rules
her
over there.
Chinese
bro.
She helped over to China. I deserve all the accolades. But yeah, what was I saying? My main point is with the Afro swing thing. I think one thing that UK music has always been, I think, prided itself on is its lyricism and bars, a lot more than sort of American hip hop, in my opinion. Which is why, like, I could never see a mumble rap coming out of the UK because they care too much about bars. But having said that, all the Afro swing tunes, you don't need like Barking. There's no bars in it. Like, you don't need bars to blow and have a good song.
I wouldn't say it's dead.
the
but
song is
Face.
dead. It's been dead since the beginning.
I can't say
I like
I can't agree it's dead.
The song is as jarring as the lyrics.
You know what it is, yeah? Because the song isn't a good song, but
Yeah.
I've been out bare times, it'll play and everybody's singing.
It's a vibe. It's just a
very-
vibe.
So where did the hate?
love it.
Where did all that energy go? When the song comes on, everyone loves it. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
No, but
Yeah,
there's songs like that. There's songs that you're like, oh, I don't like this song, but
And
you're
it
singing
comes
along
on.
to
Yeah.
it. I say that's people that say they don't like Drake. Like
Yeah.
personally,
No, I
don't
say
like
that.
Drake.
I say that to my brother all the time.
Nah, we're not doing this
just
straight
hold on,
debate.
No, you know
when
what's
comes
funny?
up-
We're
comes
not
on,
doing this
yeah.
straight debate.
Honestly, because my brother's always going on about like, oh, Drake is dead, blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll be playing FIFA. He's completely in control of the music. A Drake song will come and I'll pause it. But like, for someone that hates on Drake, you listen to a hell of a lot of Drake. You know? He'll be like, oh no, but this one's a banger.
That's what I'm saying.
He's released some good music.
Yeah. No, but let's not get into a Drake debate.
it's a Drake- that's a whole
That's
different-
a
that's a whole
different
different
episode.
episode.
We talk about Drake too much, but
he's taking an L as well, so we
yeah,
need to, he needs to sit on that L
let's get
for a
off the
while.
Drake conversation.
He's upset. Still.
But like, I feel like the UK scene as well, yeah, it's kind of like paralleling America. How you started off with like pure hip hop and like lyricism, and how it's like spread out into so many different like subgenres, and you kind of have the same thing, yeah, happening in the UK now. So you got like Afro swing, you got drill, you got loads of different like subgenres popping up from what was originally mainly just grime or grime and garage and jungle before
But
that. I
they're
guess.
taking drill content off Spotify and YouTube though.
Yeah. Oh, they're taking it off Spotify as well.
Yeah, they're taking it out of playlists on Spotify and they're taking videos off YouTube.
You know what's funny?
I
Because
think they've reversed the YouTube one though.
I don't know if
but
I don't know if
Spotify
I don't know if
still
I'm ready
taking
to
it.
have the conversation about drill.
I'm
I still need
I'm
to
still
think
trying to
about
form
my
my
thoughts
opinion
on
properly, yeah.
drill.
But,
But I was just saying it to bring up as like I think there's loads of different genres like
Yeah.
subgenres now. So there is
Yeah.
still that like pure lyricism in UK. I don't know, UK urban music,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's not the only thing anymore, and
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
it's not the main thing anymore either.
No.
This
I think
Afro,
that- I
this
think that's
Afro
kinda
swing
sad
wave
though.
has come out.
I think it's
really
kind of sad
taken over.
that lyricism isn't at the forefront as much anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's still lyricists there if you want them.
there are, yeah.
Yeah,
there are.
but
Like
I-
Avelino.
Avelino,
Yeah.
Dave.
he's doing alright for himself right now. Actually,
Who else?
Avelino.
Ocean Wisdom.
Ocean Wizard's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Blowing my
amazing.
mind. It's crazy.
J. Clark Gets.
Yeah, Gets is always
He's
there,
been there.
man. Gets is always there.
Which one? SL, yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't got mine, bro. You got to talk to me.
Jamel's here too, but like
Okay.
he doesn't really need an introduction. Would you want me to introduce you?
I'm just gonna say SL, bro. Like
SL is good. SL is good.
Like yeah,
I like SL.
I like him, innit? Like you sick.
Yeah, no.
I still got the older guys that's still there, like Chip. When is Skepta releasing an album?
When he wants, man.
Yeah, he's at that point where
He had that point. That's what he wants.
Drop
To
it.
be honest, I didn't really like Konnichiwa.
Nah.
As an
No, really,
album.
I liked it.
I
Just
like-
because he dropped, it was a 10-track album, right?
Yeah.
You'd already heard 5 of the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
He made a lot of money off the singles.
yeah,
Off the singles.
which I don't know. Like whenever an artist drops, I just want more from them. Like I don't want just 5 songs, 5 new. And the thing is as well, like the songs that he dropped weren't as good as the singles I'd already heard as well.
Nah.
So like the only
Yeah.
one, well, there was Numbers on it. Like
Well,
Numbers is okay.
Like a
but-
traditional artist will drop 2 or 3 singles and release an album.
Yeah,
And then there's
exactly.
one album track you will listen to over and
Yeah,
over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeptic just went for the singles. And I just feel like he needs to take a break from like releasing albums anyway. He's doing a lot of other stuff. I don't.
That's true.
I think he's
on the
got
A$AP track,
um
yeah.
And he's sick on
He's-
Praise the Lord.
exactly.
Yeah, he
he's
is on
got
Praise
a-
the Lord, yeah. But in terms of like as an album, I just think like an artist should be allowed to like live their life a little bit and tell a different story. I don't know what story he tell right now.
I think for him,
He's doing well for himself. So I don't know like in terms of how his music is portrayed usually.
I don't think it's about the story. I think he's found a formula that works because he can he just dropped Pure Water the other day, right? And back in October he dropped that Vicious EP. Like he's finding success just dropping tunes here and there,
Yeah.
and then going about his other business ventures. So he's got like the fashion stuff, the
Yeah.
shoes, all that kind of stuff.
Naomi
And
Campbell.
he's found enough. So he's able to drop enough music to stereo. Would you say?
She said Naomi Campbell.
You know what's funny? The way you said it, we're just laughing to yourself. Man's like, Naomi Campbell.
I was laughing with Jamal because Jamal started laughing.
But yeah, what was my point? Yeah, like he's finding success because being able to just drop tunes here and there and remain relevant musically, just dropping a track here and there, and then obviously going about his other business ventures and Naomi Campbell. Yeah,
He's really going for the American market as well.
Yes.
Like he's
I feel like he's got
definitely
it.
his aim.
I feel like he's got it.
Maybe with this Praise the Lord
Yeah.
track. Like, because that's climbing the Billboard right now.
Yeah, from most reviews, I'm hearing people say that it's actually the best song on A$AP Rocky's album.
It's
Yeah.
arguable. I like the Frank Ocean tune.
The
as well.
Purity, the last
But
song
it's
is
very,
good.
It's very.
Yeah.
They're very different songs. So like Praise the Lord, you could hear in a club or something. Purity is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's a very
just
mellow,
chill.
Yeah,
chill
it's
song.
true.
So,
And also, it's like A$AP is kind of the worst part on it. Not that he's
even
bad
on
on it,
Even on
but
Praise the Lord, he's not the best part.
he's good on Praise the Lord, man.
He's good, but he's not.
Skeptic's better though.
Skepta's song, to be fair. Like,
Yeah.
It was Skepta's song, yeah.
Yeah, he produced it as well, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like I don't know, because American fans are a bit different to UK fans and how they consume music as well. Just from I've been to one festival in America, yeah, and they're just weird. Like, American,
How they would.
they take a festival's almost like an Instagram thing. It's like they're there for pictures and stuff.
Right.
I remember because I went to
But
see.
what festival was it though?
It was called.
Because like if you go to
Panorama.
Coachella or something, that's how it's gonna be.
It was called the Panorama Festival in New York, yeah. And I was with my brother. We saw Kendrick, and I remember Mad City came on. So obviously we jumped for the they're like that part, yeah. And there was some girl next to me, like she was like really upset that I was jumping about. I looked at her like, "What, like, what's up?"
Nah.
And she was like, she had like guacamole and nachos. She's like, "Oh, you almost made me spill my guac." And I was like, "Move!" That's what I'm saying. I was like, "But why are you so far forward with guacamole and nachos? Like,
bro, you're at
get this shit and
Insta
come and
Festival,
join."
man.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Because when I went to Camp Flogno, which is the Tyler the Creator Festival, in California, yeah, and A$AP came out, and it was hard to breathe. Like it wasn't people eating guac. That was wild. Like I had to check out at one point. I was like, nah, let me just take a break. And there were girls like, basically, if you were below a certain level in the crowd, it was just peak for you because the body heat was mad. Like, girls were getting picked up and carried out on the other side.
There was.
Yeah.
You have to tap out.
So I think it depends on the festival. But they do consume music a bit differently. Like they're definitely, it's happening here now as well, but they don't care about the bars as much, it seems.
That's cool. Yeah.
Like,
But I feel like they had that moment, or they had like a watershed moment where like you had your hip hop stuff in the 90s, and then you had the huge whatever, you had the Biggie and Tupac, just the deaths, and you had Snoop carry on, Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, Kanye like carry on. But I feel like they've had a moment, or they had like a change of the guard, like late 2008, 9, where like it just switched. For whatever reason, the reason it was, like it just switched. Like
Listen, it's the Kanye 50 beef. It's because
was
Kanye
when
won
they
that
switched,
beef.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
as soon as
that
Kanye
was
won
a
that
switch.
beef, auto-tune became cool, and everyone
Yeah.
could just sing and do whatever they wanted to
That
do.
is quite bad.
But it wasn't really a switch away from lyricism at that
It's a
point
switch
though,
away from-
because you
No.
still had like Kendrick come out after that, like
Drake, yeah, a lot of artists came through.
yeah,
I mean,
like
and
those people still cared about like
the truth is Kendrick and J.
penmanship.
Cole can still drop a banging album and everyone's gonna listen
Yeah,
to it. So,
yeah.
but
So I think mumble rap started coming to rap like 2000 and maybe 13, 14.
Yeah.
I would say.
To be honest, I think mumble like Isaac was saying earlier that he thinks mumble rap is out of here, and I kind of agree that I don't think there's any longevity in it.
No.
Like,
No.
I'm not gonna be someone to say like I dislike mumble rap because I'll listen to a tune here and there.
I like some.
Yeah, but it's like it's a bit like fast food. Like it's not.
It's not good for you.
No, I'd agree with that.
I'm not. It's not that it's not good for you. It's not satisfied as a full body of work from somebody who's actually got like lyrics and bars and that kind of thing. I mean, to me,
You've seen a lot of those guys come out with albums that haven't done particularly well, or haven't received particularly great reviews.
Yeah. No, I say it's true. I say mumble rap is slowly sort of dying. Like with the energy that the Drake Pusha situation caused, like everyone was like, "Oh, what's next?" Like everyone wanted to hear the actual bars in the song. So I could see that.
yeah, a mumble rap beef would be kind of funny to.
Oh, they're here.
they're beef.
Uzi and
beef.
Uzi and Rich the Kid.
I mean, that was the funniest beef. Uzi just stood there scratching his belly like, are we gonna fight? Are we gonna fight? I mean, you were talking a lot earlier. Where's that energy?
I was thinking, what is Rich the Kid doing? Because like, you didn't want to look him in the eye. Like, you just standing there like,
And then he ran in behind the counter at the Starbucks. Charlemagne was saying, you know the way Starbucks had that race thing? This was the perfect time for racial profiling. No, you black hues with the dreadheads, get out. But yeah, no, the mumble rap beefs are there, man. It's just not, obviously they're not barring each other. They're not barring each other to death, so-
gonna, yeah.
but a new wave will replace that. Like, I mean, the 6ix9ine guy is coming through now. That he's not mumble rap.
He's beefing with
I don't know what he is, but he's not mumble rap.
He's
Like,
crazy.
man.
He's
He's mad.
Yeah, he's beefing Chief Keef, innit?
yeah, I don't know.
I remember when Chief Keef moved to New York and then he flew out to LA. This is the thing, I don't want to use the mic because it's like very close. I didn't want to like, no, obviously. But yeah, no, he's beefing Chief Keef in it because obviously Chief Keef must have flew out to New York and then he must have flew out to LA and then like now he's trying to say that he's not on it like anymore, like he likes his music and stuff, which is like a complete U-turn.
No, that's what he does though. Like, as in, he's very
antagonizer, innit?
yeah, and he trolls a lot, a lot.
Offspring of Soldier Boy.
But it's also because Chief Keef got shut up in New York when he was out there.
Yeah,
And that Charlemagne's like, it's
He didn't get hit though.
No,
but people shot at him, so that's when it's like, obviously 6ix9ine has to backtrack now because Chief Keef, if he comes over,
It's a rap.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
swear
rap.
Chief Keef followed him to LA.
yeah. And then this girl's like, I found him in New York. Same days, look, I found him, he's here.
some of those memes are so funny about Chief Keef following 6ix9ine anywhere he goes. But anyway, I think a new wave will replace mumble rap. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. Maybe it'll be the 6ix9ine sort of style, but
We'll find out.
It's
soon.
funny, how did we get back onto mumble rap when we were chatting about... Where were we at? Oh yeah, the UK thing about lyricism, right?
oh, how it's fading. But you still have the lyricists there.
But the thing is, for me, the lyricists that you see in the UK scene now are like, they're coming up with this sort of, I want to say like neo soul kind of thing. So like a bit like A2, Nux, those kind of guys, yeah. You know who I'm talking about, right? Have you heard of those guys?
I know
I've
Nux.
heard of them, but I've not listened to them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like their music doesn't really get that bigger push. Their music doesn't really get that bigger push. And I don't know if it's I guess they might be sort of thinking like, oh yeah, we're trying to appeal to this niche audience that likes this kind of music, so they're content with where they're at, so they don't need it to get a bigger push to blow to a certain level. Do you get me?
I guess that is a different discussion for like
Yeah.
another podcast. So we discussed like whether it's easier to be a smaller artist in the States or the UK. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But I guess that's a different conversation for different podcasts.
Yeah. To be honest, we're running out of time anyway.
Yeah, that's what I
kind of need to wrap
2
it.
minutes left.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining us.
No problem.
Do
Thanks
you
for
guys want to do
coming
any
through,
like shout outs or anything?
Nah, we just have us back when you can, man.
Have you?
Yeah.
Bro, come whenever, man.
Nah,
For real, we're chilling, man. But yeah, so do you want to give like your socials and stuff that they can follow you on?
So follow us on at 87 .co. So that's the word 8 and the word 7 co, all in one, not the numbers. And then YouTube 87.co. And then yeah, follow us there and check out what we're doing.
How about you, Jeff?
Yeah, you can follow me at DefJeff93. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
About the music.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
I want to hear your music, you know.
I want to hear bars from Daniel as well.
Don't
I'm
judge.
excited to hear Daniel, I'm excited to hear you spit.
I want to hear Daniel's bars as well.
All I know is there are a few tracks that haven't been mixed.
I'll bring a laptop next time.
There we go, man.
And yeah, so thanks for listening. Follow us on the socials at 2Gs in the pod on Instagram, at 2Gs in the pod _ on Twitter. And yeah, you've been listening to 2Gs in the pod. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. We're gonna leave you with a classic. It's Better Not Waste My Time and Dubs.
Yeah, my GG wagon, yeah.